Lord Jesus is not God. God doesn't exist. There isn't Holy Trinity. Bible has been altered. Christianity is based on lies. Lord Jesus was not crucified. Bible is a book of myths and fantasy. Lord Jesus didn't die for sins of people. Which of these questions are your statements? Because
I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned.
today,
the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast, or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666.
In the verse below, we have a hint to a different way of reading Bible. A bit more advanced way. This way is called Gematria. Rest on reading the signs of alphabet as a representation of numbers, whereas Bible is one great numerical and mathematical notation. Now, really focus to comprehend. The numbers hidden behind the letters, only part of it. You see this? Complex. So, what it should be like. Since this is the work of Yahweh, God, the same that created heavens, earth, vegetation, animals, and you. Yes, you. Think about it. Read Hebrew from right to left.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Jesus Christ. Are you seeing it? Are you understanding it? Is this getting to you? Keep looking with focus.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
What God?
Jesus Christ.
You already see mathematical structure and its message.
A matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. Take 1 or 2 others along, so that every matter may be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. Every matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses.
First witness. Second witness. Have you already noticed and counted it? No, not 28. If you want to understand and notice God, you must open your mind. Third witness. Flabbergasted. So, it is time for a bit of history, for you to comprehend thoroughly this what you have seen. The above verse is the first verse of entire Bible. Like many other verses, it has been given to Moses directly by God. It was during 40 years of wandering of Israelites from Egypt to the Promised Land, the time interval during which Moses wrote 5 first books of Bible is from 1445 to 1405 before birth of Jesus Christ. After 1445 years from being written, the first verse is born a man whose mathematical exponents of name and title are numbers 37 and 73. that mathematically connects him directly to the first verse of Bible. From the verse to the name and title. From the name and title to the verse. And his name and title are known to the whole world, though not everyone realize the power of his name and his title, as who he really is. Jesus Christ. 37:73. This man was talking about himself, those things.
I and the Father are one. Very truly, I tell you, before Abraham was born, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. What about the one whom the Father set apart as his very own, and sent into the world? Why then do you accuse me of blasphemy because I said, I am God's Son?
In these way, among other ways, was talking about him, those who knew him and comprehend.
Thomas said to him, My Lord and my God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. Simon Peter answered, You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God.
King Solomon, in his years 1010 to 931 BC, that received wisdom from God, wrote about him.
From ancient times I was installed, from the start, from times earlier than the earth. Then I was beside him as a master worker.
Prophet Micah, in his years 735 to 710 BC, wrote,
But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times.
Prophet Isaiah, in his years 700 to 681 BC, wrote those among others.
For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. This is what Yahweh says, Israel's King and Redeemer, Yahweh Almighty. I am the first, and I am the last. Apart from me, there is no God.
Prophet John, in his years 94 to 96 AD, described his vision, in which he saw Jesus Christ saying this.
When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades.
Lord Jesus is not God. God doesn't exist. There isn't Holy Trinity. Bible has been altered. Christianity is based on the lies. Lord Jesus was not crucified. Bible is a book of myths and fantasy. Lord Jesus didn't die for sins of people. Are you still sure about that? Do you realize that if within the period of 1445 years, which was between Moses and Jesus Christ, even one letter would be changed, then there would be not any more mathematical structure that would confirm presented to you fragments of Bible. Before you speak about existence of God or credibility of the Bible, know that the knowledge what was given to you today is like a grain of sand. In this desert, I presume that the visualization is expressive. Also, I assume that you may have some questions. I recommend to start Read Bible whole, including Old Testament. Then you will have even more questions. But if you will watch all other videos, then you will find the answers too. Remember Yahweh, your God.